Night Primetime.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. The losers their last time. Brandon Gaudin alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
They'll start with the option. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain, and it's second down. Up the middle they go. Spears. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Fields on third down. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. The Jets are moving 5-0 here to begin the campaign. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Now a first down throw, Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To throw again on second down. Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18. 23 yards the pickup there. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A give up the middle to Dobbins. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now it's Fields. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. 4 inches.
Let's face it, you can put in a Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They're going for it with Dobbins. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. To throw is Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Ezekiel Elliott. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. So a great second effort there as he's able to stay upright and get into the end zone.
I think not just a second effort. I think a 3rd effort was what got him in. Maybe possibly even a 4th.
Yeah, whatever it was, he was not going to be denied. Evan McPherson for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 68 yards.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first down carry by Elliott. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. A nice little juke. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
Now Elliott. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
McPherson now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 13 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
It's been a strong season for him thus far, sitting currently 7th in the NFL in rushing. He gives their offense really good flexibility because if he's gashing a defense, they can ride him to an early lead. But if the defense sells out to stop him, that opens up their passing game.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll drop to throw. Eluding, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Micah Parsons in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's fielded at the 45. Oh, look at the juke. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Jets now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Fields on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And the Jets first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Fields being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there. Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap, Fields. Flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead. Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They begin with Henry. Pushes him over. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
They keep it with Henry on first down.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Taking down at the 41. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On second down, here's Henry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. That catch puts him 80 away from 1,000. He's now at 920, and 920, that ties him with Torrey Holt.
That's a great name to remember, but the number, 920, almost boggles the mind, doesn't it? You're talking about 80 catches away from 1,000? What a phenomenal achievement. If he gets there, I have no reason to believe he won't.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
11 more on that one and another first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered him down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Off the option, here's Henry.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And it's a Titans touchdown.
Mecole Hardman,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point.
And it's 17-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. New York's offense back out there and set to go.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And that is incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. 56 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you can just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. Taken in at the 22. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
On first down, it's Fields.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
On first down, Fields.
And this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now Fields.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Touchdown! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Now a dump off here complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looking to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On third down, here's Dobbins.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Jets punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44.
He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Here's Fields.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where you see the final score there. Breece Hall, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, terrific in the win, and a much-needed win at that, as it is indeed their first on the year. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the 3rd and 4th quarters. But meanwhile, for the Titans, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this 3rd quarter. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now a toss left side for Dobbins.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
Off play action, Fields.
He'll buy some time right to the right side and complete to Washington.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff. I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Draw play, Elliott. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run, 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level in the secondary, the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
Elliott.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Elliott.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ezekiel Elliott. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
McPherson on for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll find Ayuk open right side.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
Now a give right side. Spears. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And if they're throwing on 3rd down, it's a good bet. They're going to look his way. He's the most reliable of their receivers, and he comes through there with a nice grab for the 1st down.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Now it's Fields.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep.
A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
To throw is Fields.
Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets extend their lead yet again.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Jet touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Tennessee offense set to go again. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Running left, it's Henry. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. New York set to take the field.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 54 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
was taken down by Monty Wagner. A 3-yard pickup.
On second down, Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On third down, Elliott. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Titans on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's got his big tight end here. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They set up the screen for Henry.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
On second down, there's the option going left. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. 15 yards.
And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
Another go-around now for the Jets offense. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Second and 9 now. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back to throw again. And a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 62 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Brought down on the play by Chance Campbell. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Titans.
Another run here with Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 13-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say, if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Jets, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.